Thank you to all my lovely supporters on Patreon. To hear all the music I make for my channel and covers I do, go to the link in the description to sign up for my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. What's going on, everybody? Christian Hanna Horror here, and today, guys, let's talk about Neon Maniacs. Now, Neon Maniacs was a review request from people. They were like, hey, can you talk about Neon Maniacs? Had some people asking about it, and as a man of my word, I'm here. We're going to rock Neon Maniacs, but the blessing is on me because, quite honestly, I really enjoyed Neon Maniacs. Now, I don't know too much about this Blu-ray. I can tell you that it's like, I think it's just a Spanish release, and I don't know if there are any other releases. This is just what I saw on Amazon, and I got it for like $14, and I was like, cool. And I definitely will be watching Neon Maniacs again very, very soon. So let's kind of talk about this movie. So I wasn't sure what to expect, especially based off this cover. I thought I was going to get like this medieval war galactic battle movie, and that was extremely far from what I got, and I really wasn't upset about it. This is your almost typical suburban style film. I believe it takes place in San Francisco, and these maniacs hide under the Golden Gate Bridge, which I thought was really cool. So you've got this group of kids, and it just seems very typical 80s. It's fun, it's nice, it's neat, it's clean. They're all getting together. They're hanging out in the woods in this park at night, and this, what looked like a legion of monsters from Army of Darkness, emerge and just terrorize everybody. And there's one lone survivor. And her problem, our main character, is no one believes her about what happened. So when she goes to school the next day, everybody's like, what happened to my brother? What happened to this? What happened to that? And no one believes her, which, granted, you would think she wouldn't go to school the next day, much less the sister of one of the people who died. She was in school the next day yelling at the girl, like, what happened to my brother? But no, everybody was back in school. I figured they'd take a couple days off, you know, to mourn a little bit. But, you know, it's a movie. But what I really liked about Neon Maniacs, I'll say this, you know, this movie seemed like it had a modest budget, right? It didn't have a lot of money. But one thing is, I thought the creativity with the Maniacs looked really, really good. I liked a lot of them. It was a mix between like Army of Darkness looking characters and like maybe Hellraiser a little bit. Just these really interesting, some of them had like these demorphed faces that looked like a Cenobite, and some of them looked like they could have been, they could blend right into the Army of Darkness from Evil Dead 3. And really, really creative, fun stuff. You know, another thing about this movie that I really want to just kind of say that I liked was, again, modest movie. It actually, the picture quality looked good, the audio quality looked good on this release as well, but like, what was really cool was like, it seemed like this movie was made by people who were really in it to win it, and they just gave it their all, and they gave a good effort. And it shows because while the actors in here, you know, I don't know if any of them won any awards later in life, they really went for it, and I really believed in their characters. And, you know, our main girl, she has to evoke a lot of emotion throughout the movie, and I just thought she did a really good job. And the boyfriend that she kind of makes, the guy who delivers groceries, he was great. What was really funny to me, that made me just laugh, was he was singing in the band at the dance that they have, basically the day after the attacks happen. And that night at the dance, his band's playing this song, and the lyrics are all about her situation that she just had. I'm thinking to myself, bro, did you just write this song that day to sing at the dance? But it was a catchy song, I gotta be honest. I really like the song, and it's stuck in my head. I've been thinking about it all day. I need to cover that for the Patreon. But Neon Maniacs was really, really fun. Whenever the Maniacs show up in the movie, it was just, I had a smile brought to my face, and I really enjoyed this film. This is a pure 80s fun monster movie. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. I guess you could call it, you know, quote unquote, a slasher film or whatever you want to call it, but it's a group of these maniacs that show up and just terrorize people at night. And then you had the elements of like the younger boy and the girl, and they're like the filmmakers, and there's this fun scene where they introduce you to them, and they're making like this Dracula movie in a cemetery, and I was instantly like, I love these kids. I love these kids. And the girl, she ventures out into the park at night to go and try to find the maniacs, and you know, it's very fun. It reminded, it almost had, even though it's nothing like the movie, for some reason I felt a kinship to like a movie like The Gate in terms of just like the atmosphere it was creating. And I love The Gate. Now, like I said, they're nothing alike in terms of subject matter, but the the essence and feel, I couldn't help but feel reminded of a movie like The Gate. So I just thought that was very interesting. But Neon Maniacs, I loved, and I won't spoil the movie in case I want to tell you how they defeat the Maniacs or nothing. But I really enjoyed this. This was really fun, a very charming, heart and soul made horror movie, and everybody gave it their all, and the Maniacs looked really cool. So I really enjoyed it. I give the movie a solid, 7.9 out of 10. I thought it was really enjoyable. Obviously a 80s genre fan type of movie. I wouldn't tell my parents to watch this, but horror fans, especially 80s horror fans, a must. I think it's a must watch, and I'm so glad I got this. I loved the Maniacs. I had my favorite one. It was the one that gets killed in the bathtub when the girl, I'll stop right there. That was my favorite looking Maniac. But very, very enjoyable movie. I really liked Neon Maniacs. Like, again, I give it a 7.9 out of 10. Just really liked it. Now, I have to be honest with you guys. I don't know much about releases of this movie. This is just this Spanish Blu-ray I got on Amazon for, I think, 13, 14, 15 bucks. It wasn't much, and it looked fine. I mean, the picture quality looked really good, and I enjoyed it. But there may be other options out there. Hopefully somebody in the comment section can help us out with that. But this was fine if you want to get this too. This is on Amazon. But I digress. Neon Maniacs, seal of approval from Christian Hanna Horror. Check it out.